So the one thing that I didn't mention when I wrote about this for Interesting Iron was that Cliff used Ford steering gear. Now I'm not sure what it was from, but that was what he put this tractor together basically from the scrap pile. I guess you get bored in the winter. Built it in 1962. Used rear end from a Studebaker, like Fozzie's car in Muppets, if you remember the movie. And used the transmission, a 4-speed transmission out of an old Dodge truck that was sitting in the fence row. Used a auxiliary power unit from a combine, from a John Deere 12A combine, which is like, I don't know, 12, 15 horsepower or something like that. And then he used, parts from an Allis RC that was, I think, damaged in the wind. The frame is homemade, home built. So basically what you're kind of looking at here is, I call it the Kindred Special because Cliff's last name is Kindred. And neat little tractor.
That tractor we traded for a 12A combine, John Deere.
Yep. Well, it's pull type deals, right?
Wanting to thrash clover.
Okay.
Back then, and he bought a new Allis 66 combine, and the old 12A was in pretty bad shape. It had been used hard and put away wet.
Mm-hmm.
And the hood and the grill and the gas tank is off of a wind-damaged tractor that the guy brought in, and the insurance put in all new for him.
Okay.
And I got that off of Sid and straightened it. I'm no body man, but I straightened it the best I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the bug. Ralph Gordon and I made one, each one of us one, in the winter of '61 in his garage. He made one look like an International, and I made one look like the Allis.
Yep.
And that is a champion Studebaker car rear end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been cut down. You can see where I welded the axle housing back together, and the axles I welded back together. And I saw an old Dodge truck sitting in the fence line over at Corning, and I found the owner of it. I had went up and looked at it. The motor was gone out of it. He must have shucked the motor out in the field and just left it in the fence line, but the transmission was in it. A 4-speed Clark. And I bought it off of him. And that's where the transmission came from.
Mm-hmm.
And then I chain drive it to the John Deere engine. And the motor, the radiators out of it is the same radiator that was in the motor in that combine.
Okay.
I didn't change nothing on it, but the grill would fit it. So I managed to get it bolted on there, and I straightened it out myself as best as I could, and it satisfied me. And I put it together, and the back wheels and the hubs and the front wheels and the frame was out of the junkyard. I had junked machinery and used the materials there to build the front end. Bought the rims to go on there, and made the wheels, and that's what I come up with.
Well, I kind of think it was pretty cool.
It is very cool.
And it was a hard starting when I first put it in there. And it finally, I wasn't satisfied, so I took it into, I can't think of his name on now. Yes.
Blade?
No.
No.
He passed away. He was a machinist.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't think of it.
Anyway, he was a good machinist. And I let him tear it down. And he found out why it was so hard to start. He called me up and he says, "Get in here, Cliff. I want to show you something." The holes for the valve guides had been bored, but their bit had wobbled and it made them oblong.
Oh,
And there was air coming up through there.
yeah.
The compression, losing compression. So he drilled them out oversized and put new guides in it. And man, it's easy starting.
Now it starts like a top.
Yeah, just boom, and it's going.
Nice.
So that straightened the engine up for me. But I've had a lot of fun with it. And so I always liked to do that.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid. But